Hello, what's going on, homeschoolers? This is Lim Pierre back here with another book for you to take action on. Today, we're doing Successful People Think Differently. So let's get into this and see what we got. This is a short little something, but I believe it's going to be good for you. For the first thing that they have in the book is instead of saying I can't, use the power of I don't. So you know how what were you doing? Oh, the other day you had your big Nerf gun. Well, last day you had a big Nerf gun. You brought it to me. And you're like, oh, I can't do this. I can't do this. Instead of saying that you can't do something because you probably can, you just haven't spent enough time with it. Say that you don't, or say that you choose not to, or I prefer not to spend the time that it takes to learn how to get this to work. I think you're trying to put bullets in it or take something out of it, something like that. So instead of you coming to me and saying you can't, use the power of I don't or I choose. So you choose not to do something because I can't puts up a wall on your abilities, and your abilities are truly limitless. Another thing they talk about in the book is spend time thinking about what you want instead of what you don't want. So the point with this is that successful people spend more time thinking about what they want to happen instead of what they don't want to happen. A lot of times it's so easy to think about everything that you don't want to happen on a test or something that you don't want to happen in school tomorrow, something that you don't want for dinner. But instead of doing that, think a lot about what you do want. Okay. Instead of this, like, she has like 10, 10 points in here. So instead of suppressing negative habits, focus on replacing them. So negative habit. What's the negative habit? Oh, let me see. A negative habit is habitually you wake up in the morning and the first thing you think about is coming downstairs and watching TV. That's not productive to who you are as a person. So you want to replace that with something else. So you know you're always going to get up. You know you're always going to want to watch TV. So what else could you think about doing first thing in the morning that will bring you some type of enjoyment other than watching TV? Like, for example, you love to go outside. My son loves to go outside. So maybe as soon as you wake up in the morning, you think about getting dressed and going outside and going on a walk. You know, you go walk with your sister every once in a while. So instead of just suppressing the fact that you want to get up and do something, actually replace it with something that's going to be more beneficial. Write and share goals. So, so actually write down what you want to happen. This goes back to the second thing that we were talking about. Actually write down what you want to happen in your life. You know, you have a journal, you have notebook paper, you have anything put up on your wall. What exactly do you want to happen with bike riding, with that video game system that you want? Write down what you want to eat. Write down something that you want, some clothes you want to buy. Write down where you want to travel to. Write down those things. Use it if then thinking to achieve goals and triple your chance of success. I don't even remember what that was. Oh, next thing says take action daily. Taking action daily is, let's say you want to do something, like you want to be a better soccer player, then you would do something every single day that would put you on a pathway to be a better soccer player. That's easy. Makes sense, right? They also talk about being a realistic optimist. So you know what optimist is? You know, there's different ways that you can think about something that's going to happen. So you can either think of the best possible scenario, something that you really want to happen, or you can think about the worst possible scenario. So every time that you get driven off to the store, you can think about getting in an accident and getting hurt, or you can think about you're going to get to the store, you're going to get your blueberries and your muffins or whatever, and you're going to come back safely. Same thing with flying. A lot of people get up in a plane and go on a trip, and they're thinking about what if the plane crashes. But a realistic optimist will think about the the small likelihood that the plane is going to crash, and they will think about the best trip that they could possibly have on the trip on the plane. So what they have in here about being a realistic optimist is you will achieve your goals, and it will be difficult. Next thing is visualize yourself persisting even when things get tough. You know what visualization is? So in your mind has the ability to imagine you're doing something without you actually doing it. Okay, so close your eyes for a second. So I want you to imagine yourself. You have a basketball and a basketball goal on your shirt. I want you to imagine yourself dribbling basketball and you're going down the court. There's a bunch of people in front of you. You're weaving in between all of them, and then you go around the last person. There's nothing between you and the goal, and you jump up as high as you can in the air with the ball in your hands, and you dunk the basketball, and then you land, and now open your eyes. So do you know what like type of feelings you had? You had sort of like you started smiling, so you had sort of like an excited sort of feeling because you were imagining yourself doing something that you know would be fun. So that is visualization. That's how you can visualize stuff. We as humans, we can visualize something, and the brain really can't tell the difference if you're actually playing basketball or if you just vividly imagining yourself playing basketball. So if you imagine yourself playing basketball and it's really real to you, your heart rate will start to increase and you'll start to get excited and you'll start to get nervous and you'll start to feel like you're actually playing the game of basketball. So this is talking about that visualization. So you want to visualize yourself getting through tough times, even though that are tough. So always see yourself achieving whatever it is that you want to achieve, even if you just seeing it in your head. Next thing is failure being part of the process. Give yourself permission to fail. I'm gonna go back to soccer. You're trying to learn a new move in soccer. You gotta try it, mess up, and correct it. Try it, mess up, and correct it. Try it, mess up, and correct it. If you don't ever want to do anything wrong, then you're not going to get as good as you can possibly get because you got to keep on trying stuff new. And every time you try something new, it's not going to work out the way that you actually want it to work out. You get it? So you want to do something new, you try it, you mess up terribly, then you just try it again and understand that your relationship with failure is, hey, I have to fail in order to get good at this. Kobe said there is no failure unless you actually stop trying. So as long as you keep on trying, then there'll be no failure. Successful people think they can improve themselves through harder work. So here's another one. You being a successful homeschooler, this book is saying to adopt a mindset that the harder you work and the smarter you work, then you will improve who you are as a person. Another one is successful people view criticism and making mistakes as an opportunity for improvement. So if someone tells you, hey, you didn't do good on the test or you didn't do good at this activity, not the end of the world. What it means to you personally is as a successful homeschooler, it means that this is your opportunity to do it again, but do it better. It's giving you feedback. And success is not an accident. It's a choice. So you're not going to get successful by accident. You're going to be successful by making a decision to do the things to cause you to be a success. Make sense? Okay. So that was the book, Successful People Think Differently. So I just want you to take one or two little nuggets you get out of this book and apply them to your life like today, like now. Don't try to take in all the little quotes or tidbits that I talked about, but which one really sit well with you and use that one or two things to guide you through your life to being a successful homeschooler. This is Lynn Pierre. See you next time.